the last 6 months, 2 MMORPGs I was playing the most both shuttered their studios and began the slow player decline that eventually leads to server shutdowns, joining many others in the graveyard. And once again, I am sitting here trying to figure out which MMORPG I want to try next. But before I cave and accept that I will be forever stuck returning to the likes of old school Runescape and World of Warcraft, there are 2 MMORPGs expected in 2026 that in my opinion have some serious potential. The first one, those of you who follow my channel have heard me talk about a lot already, Chrono Odyssey. Chrono Odyssey is an MMORPG being developed by a studio under the name Cacao Games, and it is looking to stand out with a darker gothic fantasy vibe. One reason Chrono Odyssey has caught so many people's attention is, well, it looks very similar to New World. The action combat feels similar, the UI feels similar, and the overall presentation clearly takes inspiration from Amazon's flagship game. With New World servers expecting to shut down, this is one of the first games many of its fans started watching very closely. Where Chrono Odyssey separates itself from New World, though, is its focus around time manipulation. The game features events called time portals, which will send you into alternate timelines, including past and future, where you fight enemies for resources and rewards. You will also have an artifact called the Chronotector, which allows you to manipulate time and space through various abilities. This Chronodetector even has its own skill tree, allowing you to pause enemies, reverse movement, summon creatures, and more. Combat is very action-based, with 2 equipped weapons that you can swap between. During the last beta, it didn't quite feel as smooth as New World, but the developers have reportedly made major improvements since then. Every sword swing, every arrow shot is fully player controlled. For endgame, the content includes dungeons and raids, solo content, open world PvP, open world PvE, and PvX extraction modes called Eden. In Eden, you enter an area, fight monsters, collect loot, and try to escape through exit portals in this built-in extraction game mode. But there are other players inside too, and if they kill you, you lose everything you gathered. This should add a nice mix-up on your typical dungeon adventures you go on in most MMORPGs, putting a lot more risk versus reward into it. As for monetization, the developers have stated multiple times that there will be no pay-to-win in Chrono Odyssey, but since this is a Korean MMO, players are understandably skeptical. But if they stick to that promise, this could be exactly what Western players have been waiting for. After the closed beta last summer, which showed the game still needed a lot of work, the team delayed the release, went quiet for several months, and came back showing major improvements based on player feedback. Combat, movement, visuals, all have had significant uplifts. The team behind Chrono Odyssey is not just saying they're listening to player feedback, they're acting on it and providing us proof. Overall, Chrono Odyssey is probably the safest upcoming AAA MMO to bet on for the next few years, assuming they can still hit that late 2026 release window. The second MMORPG that I'm excited for, you may not have heard of yet. Scars of Honor. Let's be honest, Kickstarter MMOs have had a rough history, but Scars of Honor is already different because its Kickstarter actually failed. And yet, development continued. What started as a one-person passion project has grown into a small team of passionate developers who just want to build a solid MMO. A lot of people are saying this game looks like a WoW clone, and honestly, it's hard to argue that it isn't heavily inspired. Visually and system-wise, the influence is clear, but it's doing more than just copying that. Starting out, it'll seem similar. You'll be able to choose from 2 factions, the Sacred Order and the Domination, with 8 races total and 10 launch classes. Each class features a deep talent system with nearly 300 specialization options, giving off strong ARPG-style build customization within the tab target combat system. Dungeons are also designed differently. They can be completed solo or in a group, and they're procedurally generated, meaning each run should feel different. The goal is to keep them from getting stale too quickly and providing unique, repeatable content for players. They're also designed to be lore-rich with puzzles, traps, and plenty of enemies to take on leading up to a final boss. For PvP, the game will feature small-scale arenas, larger-scale battlegrounds, and open-world faction conflict to start. However, there will be no full loot PvP as the developers want to avoid negatively impacting the overall player experience, which is a good move in my opinion. Now let's talk monetization, the big question for any MMO. Scars of Honor is committed to no pay-to-win, no monthly subscription, and free future expansions. According to the developers, anything like XP boosts, loot boosts, or drop rate increase will count as pay to win and will not happen. They are open to convenience items though, such as extra bag space being purchasable, but only if those can also be earned in-game as well. The team believes a cosmetic-focused monetization model is sustainable, and one major cost advantage they highlight is their in-house server solution, which significantly reduces operating costs. What's also refreshing here with Scars of Honor is the scope. Instead of overpromising and delaying for years, the team is aiming to launch with a smaller foundation that they can build off of. A demo for Scars of Honor is expected this spring, followed by a push towards early access in the late fall. Now, these are just two of many MMORPGs coming out in the near future. There are a lot of indie games out there. There's a lot of progress being made with games like Pantheon Rise of the Fallen and others, but these are just the two personal that I am looking forward to. Will something else pop up? Maybe. Are you looking in a different direction? Probably, but let me know your thoughts and what you are looking forward to in 2026 in the comments down below.